Hey, it's Lucas, and today is the 28th of February 2023, and I am officially 2 months post-op top surgery. So in the past month, I've definitely got my energy back. I'm not wearing the binder anymore. I stopped wearing it at 6 weeks, maybe like a day or two before. I was supposed to wear it for 8 weeks. I don't know why. I've never heard of anybody having to wear it for 8 weeks, apart from if you get really, really swollen, which I didn't, so I just stopped wearing it at 6 weeks like most people do. Got full range of motion back, can do all of this stuff without it. I mean, it felt like it was pulling a little bit when I did that here, but it's pretty much fine. Like, it doesn't hurt or anything. I don't have to not stretch. I'm supposed to keep the tape on for another month, and then after that I don't have to wear it anymore because the scars won't stretch after 3 months, I think it is. So I can go back to the gym and start getting my muscles back, because I just look like shit at the minute and fat. Also, ignore my hair, it looks like shit because I just got out of the shower and it's wet, so I just threw the hat on. But yeah, I will put in all the clips up to this point. I can't remember, I think I've been doing like little weekly 2-minute videos, so I'll put them in there now. So this is my chest at 3 weeks post-op. This is the right nipple. It's kind of a little bit scabby, but it's doing okay. This is the left nipple. This is the good nipple. Only thing scabbing on this one is the little actual nipply bit in the middle is yellow, but everything else looking good. My incisions are looking pretty good. Obviously you can't see them because of the tape. There's a little scab there, which I think has pretty much fallen off. When I take these off, it'll come away, definitely. I don't think there's a scab under there. I think it's just the bunching, but it feels like there maybe might be. And then there's no more scabbing on that side. That's the drain hole and the other drain hole. But yeah, it's looking really, really good. I'm not going to show you below that because I put on so much weight in recovery, but yeah, looking good for now. 4 weeks post-op, and this is what my chest is looking like. As you can see, my nipples are fully pink now, looking very, very nice. All the stitches are still in, which I don't know how to get them to come out, but I'm just going to leave them alone to do their thing. But this one's right. This is my bad nipple. I say bad, it's not really that bad, it's just taking a bit longer to heal. This one is the left, and it's got the little nipply bit in there, which I'm very, very happy about. I think my chest looks really, really good. I haven't taken the tape off the incisions today because it's not ready to come off yet, but having a couple of reactions to it. I think that's just where it's pulling. I'm not actually allergic to the tape or anything, it's just pulling and stuff on my skin. So I'm not sure how much of this is swelling and how much of this is muscle, but I'm very happy with how it's looking right now, and I'm not going to flex for you. But yeah, 4 weeks post-op, this is my good nip. I'm very excited to see how he turns out, and I'm hoping that this one catches up eventually. I'm hoping that as soon as I don't know if it's as soon as the stitches come out or as soon as all the scabs are gone, because I'm pretty much scab free apart from just a couple that are clinging on to that side and like very, very little ones on this side. So I'm wondering, should I say, whether I can stop covering them once the scabs come off or once all the nipple plasters are off, but I'll do some more research into that. So yeah, 4 weeks post-op, very, very happy. This is 5 weeks and 1 day post-op. I think I'm going to stop covering the nipples because every time I take them off, they go like gooey-ish, and it's making more scabs. Like, there's more scabs there than there was like 2 days ago when I covered them last. So I think I'm just going to leave them uncovered for now and probably just put a t-shirt over and then put the post-op binder on so that it's not rubbing directly on the stitches. But this is what it looks like for 5 weeks. This, I've always said left side is good side, because look how thin the incision is there. Like, it looks pretty much perfect. But this side, this has been really, like, for the past 2 days it's been really itchy and it's widened. I don't know if it's a stitch coming out or whether it's just one of them things where it's got angry and it's just sort of got inflamed. It's not, at least I don't think it's infected. Don't look infected to me. I think it's just been where the tape's been like pulling on it and nagging it, because it did the same on this side. Thankfully, this side hasn't widened any, so we're just gonna touch wood now. Gonna find some wood, touch wood, that nowhere else widens. I've still got a stitch there, and I think that is a stitch right on the end there, but I'm not sure. So there's 2 stitches left. I think that's a stitch there that was getting really itchy, but let's see. Yeah, that's where it was itchy, but that's also where the post-op binder laps over, so that was itchy as well there. Left nip, the long parts of the stitches that are all sticking out have come off, so it's just mainly the little knot still in there, and they tend to crust up around the little like knot of the stitch, so I'm thinking once that crust comes away, the actual stitch will as well. And same on this side, except there's a little bit of, that's where it tends to go gooey, under the pad thing that I put over it, that little scab in the middle. Stitches. But this this is not the fault of my surgeon, this is just my body being an absolute dick. I'm really unhappy about this, and I'm hoping that once it becomes less inflamed, it'll sort of go down again, or as soon as I can massage that, I can massage it away, because that's really pissed me off. Like, you have no idea, my incisions were looking really, really nice and thin and pretty much perfect, and then this, so 5 weeks. Today is Monday, the 6th of February. I am 2 days shy of 6 weeks post-op. Right nipple has 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches left, and it's done. Left nipple has still pretty much all of the stitches in, all the way around, and a little bit of a scab there. Right, he's just scabbed over in the middle. For the incisions, still very nice and thin. Little scab there. And it went a bit gross on the end, like I showed last week, but that is kind of leaky. But I think it's fine. And then on the left side, it's still nice and thin all the way along, and no scabs on there, so yeah. 7 weeks post-op. Today, all the scabs off the nipples are 100% completely gone. We'll start with lefty, because I thought this was going to be the good nip, but it's actually not. There's nothing particularly bad about it, but it took a bit longer to heal, and it just doesn't look as good. The nipply bit is a lot smaller than if we move over to righty. This nipple, it looks great. I really like how this one looks. Righty is the best one, even though I thought this one was going to be the janky nip. It's not. It's got a big, nice little nipply bit in the middle there. But the scars are a little scab there. Nice and thin on the end, apart from that scab. And then they stay thin up until... there's a bit I was looking at earlier that had widened just here, but it doesn't really look like that on camera. I guess it's just when I look down on it. This scab is still here. I don't want to poke it or knock it off or anything just to risk it opening again, but it's still there. It's not really doing anything. It's definitely not infected or anything. It doesn't smell, it's not hot. My body just scabs yellow for some reason. And then on the left side, this scar's looking very, very nice. On the camera, as I'm looking at it now, it looks like it's still a bit bruised on the end, but you can't really see that when you look at it in a mirror or anything. The incision is very thin and it looks very, very nice. If I feel it all the way along, I think all the scabbing's pretty much gone off of that incision, and there's just a couple on that side. But yeah, this is 7 weeks post-op, and when I stand like this on camera, it looks like this is a dog ear, but it's literally not like that. My body just is like that. It just goes naturally up like that. So it just is where my pec ends, I guess. And again, on this side, this one looks a bit more weird because my armpit sort of folds in there, but it's always done that. It's not a dog ear. I don't think so anyway. It's just the way it is. So yeah, 7 weeks post-op. This is my chest, 8 weeks post-op. I realise I haven't done a from the side view. I don't think, at least I don't remember doing side views. I'm also quite far away from my phone and I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see on the screen, but this is from the, this is my right, so right side, and then left side. And then come a bit closer so I can actually see my chest properly in the camera. I've got this one scab left here, and then I'm pretty sure that's the last one. This one, I'm not sure if I put it in my last week's video, but I pulled a stitch out of there the other day. I was stood in the bathroom and I noticed like a drip come out from underneath the tape. It was like sort of yellowish, but so I was a little bit freaked out by that. I got a tissue, as I remember, and I like scooped it up and then dabbed the actual bit there. And then I smelled the tissue and it didn't smell like anything, so it's obviously not an infection. And then I was looking down and I saw something like catch the light, and I thought it was just like a bit of, I don't know, discharge or whatever you want to call it, but it looked like something shiny, so I got tweezers and I pulled on it. And it turned out to be a stitch. If I've still got the picture, I'll put it on screen now of the stitch. But that's all healed up now, thankfully. I just pulled the scab off it by accident when I was taking the tape off in the bath, so one little tiny scab there left to heal, and then I can start massaging the incisions. But still looking a little bit wrinkly on the skin. Obviously, I think that's where the tape has been, or it might just be where the stitches are, but I know it's not going to stay looking wrinkly forever. I've noticed now that it's settled down a bit, there's like this line here where my pec muscle is, and I quite like looking at that. I think it looks good. I noticed this like the first couple of days post-op when I still had the first binder on with the drains in, that there was like a hard bit under my skin, and it's there. It's not as prominent anymore, but there's still like, I don't know if you catch it on camera, but I'm trying to see, yeah, there's still like this weird dip in my chest. But nipple is looking nice and nipply. Nipply. This incision is nice and thin still, thankfully. I've been taping them every day and then just taking the tape off when it comes off. And this one on this side is also very thin. I tend to leave about like this much of the incision exposed, not initially, but I'll put a strip here and it won't quite reach all the way around, so I'll put another strip on, and then this side tends to just peel off, so sometimes I just leave it open. But if I'm doing something that involves like exercise, lifting, walking, whatever, then I'll put a little bit of tape on the end. But yeah, 8 weeks post-op. Two months post-op. I just took the tape off in the shower, so it's a little bit red. I was going to start massaging. I've massaged them twice for 5 minutes on each side, so 10 minutes on each side in total. And I've still got a little scab there and one right next to it, which I don't know if you can see, but there, and a little bit next to it. And I don't think anything had happened if I continued to massage, but people say wait until all the scabs are off, so that's a little bit annoying. But I'd rather not, I don't know, risk them widening after I'm doing all this to not get them to stretch. But this is from the right side. Still got this weird crease. I'm hoping if I build a little bit more muscle, then that'll just sort of flatten out, and that looks weird. And then from the left side, you can see these bits in the middle. They're a little bit puckered still, but it's still only early days. Obviously, that's where the stitch was for ages, so that's really, really wide. But I'm hoping it's not so bad on this side. I don't know how much of it is muscle and how much of it is still like just where the scars are puckered or where there's a little bit of swelling left, but I think I'm pretty much swelling free. I don't think I'm gonna have dog ears on the side here, because when I'm stood up like this normally, they just sort of end where my body ends and it doesn't like poke out at all, really. Did a little bit of massaging on the drain holes, but I don't like touching them because they wig me out, and the drains are the worst part. That's deodorant, by the way, not sweat. But yeah, this is my right nipple. This one is the better nipple. I really hope the little nipply bit pops out eventually, but I guess we'll see. Even if it doesn't pop out, it looks like it's there, so I'm not really too bothered. You can see the scar is very, very thin. I think this bit will disappear pretty much completely because it's just so thin there, and then thin all the way across here up until there, and that stupid annoying stitch stayed in for ages. And then on the left side, left side, super thin. That's just some tape irritation, super thin. Like I said, I think that bit will disappear as well, like I think it will on this side as well. And this scar is a lot neater and a lot thinner, and this one didn't expand. So I'm still happy with how it's looking, and I'm hoping it won't be next month, but I've basically got a month. I think my follow-up appointment, I'm just going to sit down again. I think my follow-up appointment is on the 27th of April, and I can't go back to the gym until the 28th of March. So I've got like just 1 month to get jacked, so that when I get my results pictures taken, you can show them off to everybody and see what an amazing job he did. But yeah, this is 2 months. It's nearly 9 weeks. It'll be 9 weeks tomorrow, but the way it fell was obviously 8 weeks last Wednesday, and then on the 28th, which is today, is the 2. It still looks bruised in this lighting, but it's not. Well, maybe it is, I don't know, I just maybe don't notice it, but still early days. My scars look red because of where the tape's been. When I put 2 strips of tape on, one on this bit and then one on this bit, it irritates it where it overlaps. So I think I'm going to keep taping, but I'm just going to keep doing 1 long strip instead. And then as soon as these little scabs here fall off, I'm probably just going to stop taping and just massaging. I could massage now, but I'm just being super cautious about these little scabs. I think they might be stitches, but there's no little stitchy bits poking out. When I massaged them the first couple of times yesterday and the day before, there was little black like bits that came out, which I'm guessing are stitches. But yeah, I guess I'll update at 3 months and see where we're at. Peace.